Welcome back to What Arty Noobs. The second video for ChoosenDark is in the Châtillon Bourrasque. Yes, the bastard child of the Batchat 12 ton and the RBRN2. Now, I think this tank is actually now becoming a firm favourite with a lot of people, because I've noticed a huge number of pools medals have been won in the Bourrasque. It's mainly down to that 105mm gun, which is incredibly powerful, and of course that it's a two-shot autoloader, which really helps. Pumps one into the light LT432, gets the second one in, but he didn't kill him, and now he's got the problem because he's got two tanks in close proximity and he's got a long reload. So he's trying to get into cover quickly so he's not seen, and he can pump in the next one as soon as he's reloaded. Okay, LT, oh, it's the Black Dog. Fires the second one in but doesn't kill the Black Dog yet again. Has to get into cover, but the kill shot actually goes to the LHMTV. So they've got the hill, it's theirs, and now they can start laying about the enemy tanks that are actually down below them. Now, there are Arty in this game, so he probably stands a chance of getting hit by Arty when he gets spotted. There's one, there's two, so he's used up both of his shells on the IS-3. Found something very interesting about the IS-3 a few days ago. So it was actually quite an awful tank, and the moment they came out the factory they had to go in for more repairs to get them to work properly, because most IS-3s were absolutely dreadful. They were great for displaying to the Allies. They frightened the Americans and the British no end, but in fact actually they were completely useless. In fact, they were now waiting. Once they got the IS-3, they were waiting till the next tank came along so they could use that instead. And that's why there was many more T-55s than there were, or in fact actually T-10s in terms of heavy tanks, but T-55 as the medium tanks, they were relying on them, and T-54s for that matter, than the IS-3. So it is quite amusing actually that although the IS-3 is pretty good in World of Tanks, it was pretty awful in reality. Okay, so he's locked onto the 53 TP. First shot misses. No, he was auto-aiming there. He's relying on the auto-aim, and really with something like this you just need to lean over the edge, manually aim and put it right where it's going to do the most damage. Straight through the engine deck. He hasn't popped the reload. He's still got one round in the mag, or in the clip I should say, and I think he's going to try and get a shot on that enemy Bourrasque, but it might be a bit dangerous doing it from this corner, because that Bourrasque is probably going to see him through that bush, so he might be on the receiving end of a round. Okay, he still hasn't popped the reload. That would have been wise. He would have been reloaded by now. I'm not sure he knows that that's the case. He's still firing the APCR at the moment. Would have been much better if he'd popped the reload as soon as he realised he wasn't going to shoot. He's auto-aimed onto the enemy Bourrasque again. I think it may be a mistake to rely on auto-aim at long range. I tend to use auto-aim only at close range where I'm moving fast and I can't hold the aim on manually on an enemy tank, and so I just want to let the auto-aim do that for me, and then I can manoeuvre around the enemy to stop the enemy getting shots on me whilst I'm trying to get a shot on him. Yeah, I go off to... Okay, now he's popped the reload. Now he's got two shells in. In fact, he didn't pop the reload. He fired the round and just let it load automatically. Arty's having fun. They're stunning the Bourrasque, and look at that Scorpion G. He was in a very well exposed position. If ChoosenDark could actually be on manually aim there, he would have got a hit. Well, he did get that one into the engine bay, but it didn't kill the Scorpion. So have to get another round. And he's very lucky that the enemy Arty hasn't been focusing on him, because you would have thought that they would have done that. he was in a perfect position to take an enemy Arty round if they were sitting in the corner, and I think they are. Or one of them is anyway, because the other one's being killed. The one that was killed was the M40, M43. The one that's still alive is another M40, M43. This is not a good spot to be in here on this map for us, if anyone opposing an Arty in that corner. Okay, he's loaded with standard APCR this time because he only had one round left. Well, standard, yes. One standard round. One premium round, rather, he had. Now he's gone to standard APCR. 10 rounds of HE as well. Well, I suppose he can penetrate some of those enemy tanks with HE. Yeah, it's certainly worth it, but I wouldn't go up close to the front at the moment because the tanks that are very close to the edge will be proximity spotting him, and so he's going to get seen, and now he's been seen, which means enemy Arty might lob around in this direction. Well, the enemy Arty round did go towards our IS-3, I think. I heard the round coming in behind him. They got rid of the Bourrasque that was in the corner, in the right hand corner. Now he's going to try and go around and get shots on that BK7501K, or is he doing something else? I'd be doing what the other Bourrasque is doing. Go around that corner and you can then double tap the enemy. Put 4 shells into an enemy tank. Before he knows what's happening, he'll be out the game. Yeah, it's a good position to be in if he joins his teammate there. Try and get as close as you can. He's trying to use height there to give him an advantage. Now, oh yes, he has got an advantage there. Didn't get through that one. It says armor not hit, and that one hit the building. I go and join the other Bourrasque in the corner. Use the houses over to the left side. That IS-3 is very low on hit points. You could probably take him out with a 1 HE round. He's trying to get a shot on the VK. Now he can get him. Yes, that's good. Straight through the side of the turret. He goes down. He's still got 1 round left though. I think he wants to use that on the IS-3. Couldn't get a shot there. Join the Bourrasque, your teammates, and then start double tapping the enemy. The game will be over before you know it. Oh! The M40, M43 on the enemy team just took out our Scorpion with a 1-shot kill. Amazing. That was actually quite a good shot. He's safe here from that M40, M43. But he needs to move up and take that Emile or to take the IS-3. I get much, much closer. That M40, M43 will probably almost be loaded by now. He's gone. The other Bourrasque got him. The Emile's gone. That means... Oh, that's it. The game's over because they killed the Arty. Here's the end of battle stats for ChoosenDark in the Châtillon Bourrasque. He managed to get a 3rd class tanker in this tank. He also got a 5 for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle. And he also got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. His win rate from this game was 2,967, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at the team scores and see where he was. Well, funnily enough, he actually did get the highest damage in the game in this game, but I don't think he got the high caliber because he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool. 3,191 hit points of damage. Second highest was the CS52 Liz, the Fox, 3,140, and the third highest was the 50 TP, who managed 2,059. ChoosenDark didn't actually get any kills in this game, but he did get a lot of damage on target. The highest score on kills was the Bourrasque on his own team, the other one. 4 kills to him, 3 kills to the LHMTV. And then the third highest damage in the game, or first highest number of kills, was the Fox on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it was ChoosenDark who managed to get the highest with 961. 926 went to the 50 TP and 906 went to the lists on our own team, and he also picked up a tank sniper. And in fact, that guy goes by the name of I Am Not a Good Player. I'm sure I've seen that name before. Anyway, let's get back to the details. He fired 12 shots in that game, got 10 direct hits on the enemy, 9 penetrations, damage of 3,191 hit points, all of it at close range. 4 hits received, all 4 were penetrations. I'm afraid this tank doesn't have very good armour, as you all know. The best armour on the tank is 40mm, and that's at the front and the hull. It's basically 2 light tanks, so that's why it's easy to penetrate. 1 hit by way of splash damage as well from the enemy. He damaged or spotted 4 of the enemy, damaged 6 of them, didn't get any kills, 376 hit points of damage assist. He earned 98,495 credits from the game, 49,247 personal reserves, 50,000 for completing the first win of the day, that was the mission. 197,742 credits altogether, and after repair and ammunition resupply took away 148,487 credits profit. 1,441 XP times 2 for the first victory, 144 for this being a premium vehicle, and 1,441 from personal reserves, so a total of 4,468 experience points altogether. He was, yes, he was saying pushing your luck sometimes works. He did do that when he went up onto the hill. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get away with some of those shots that the enemy managed to get on him, because at the time he turned up, there was a lot of tanks all together in close range, and well, basically they just locked onto him and fired when they could. Luckily, he was able to get away into cover momentarily, but yes, he did take round from the Black Dog as well, and so he did lose a lot of hit points, and I think that actually was the reason why he was cautious about not pushing it when he was on the east side of the hill, because he could have actually pushed that a bit further. He would have got the kill for the Emil and for the IS-3 as well, and possibly even the Arty in the end, but instead he didn't. He was cautious, held back, and other players managed to get those kills instead. So there you go, that's the second replay sent in by ChoosenDark. I decided to do these as individual replays rather than to do them all together in one video, because sometimes when you do 3 videos all together, people find it a bit much, and so I thought, yeah, I'll do it in three individuals, and then obviously you can see that he's fairly talented in different types of tank. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm.
How is it feeding them both? Looks like you got it under control.
And please do remember that we've got a second channel called The General, where we have great replays but without any commentary, so there's no one there to spoil it. Thanks for watching.